Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Algorand. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the charts. So taking a look at Algorand, obviously, this is a very strong project. I do own Algorand myself. I've bought quite a bit of tokens. If you want to get all of my buy alerts and all my low cap gems that I'm currently researching, all of that is available on Patreon, as well as exclusive podcast episodes and a whole bunch of stuff. So feel free to check that out. But you can see that we have a support block down here, anywhere from 22.5 cents all the way down to 20 cents. And this is the low that we printed in June of 2020 and the low that we printed in November of 2020. So right before we kicked off this powerful bull market. And as you can see, from this low in July or June, we printed a 300% move. Wow, that's pretty strong. Yeah, from 20 cents to 75 cents in a month. Actually, not in a month, but in a couple of months. But still, that was a pretty strong move. Now, potentially, this is going to be our bottom for Algorand if Bitcoin printed its bottom. Because if that's not the case, then there is always the opportunity and the potential for us to go even lower, right? Because as long as Bitcoin's dropping, altcoins will keep dropping unless there are no more sellers, unless there are no bears for this particular project. But I think that is quite impossible because Algorand is very popular and a very popular project, and the market cap is above $1 billion. So I think there's always going to be someone who is selling. But if you take a look at projects like Polkadex, no one's really selling that because all the sellers are gone and you only have people accumulating more and more tokens. So that's something to keep in mind. Now we do have a Fibonacci retracement set up here, and this is with a technical target currently at 20.5 cents, which falls in line with the support block that I just showed you. And as you can see, this Fibonacci retracement is set up with the swing high over here, November 5th, and with the swing low that we printed in June. Now, as soon as we lost the June low, our technical target became the 1.618. Currently, we are as low as the 1.414 Fibonacci. So our next move is down to the 1.618, and our capitulation target is all the way down here at 17 cents. So if you want to set up buy limit orders in advance, no one's going to stop you. That's going to be very smart in case these capitulations and black swan events arrive during nighttime or when you're at work and you're not able to keep an eye on the charts. It's always good to have the buy limit order set up in advance because you could have this wick for a couple of seconds with a quick recovery. If you had your orders ready, all of this is filled, and once you open up your app, you're going to be in profit already because usually these black swan events are, are having a very nice V-shaped recovery afterwards. Potentially, we could see the same thing happening just like we saw here in March of 2020 with the coronavirus dump. And as you can see, we had this V-shaped recovery play out pretty quickly. So if you bought in March 15th, which was my birthday, weirdly enough, the dump happened on my birthday, I think. So we have this dump. Actually, no, that was March 13th. My apologies. And not everything's about me. I have to calm down. So from that low in March, let's see how many, 30 days, let's say 30 days, right? 30 days, that is around 82% in a month. So this is potentially what we could be looking at if there is another black swan event coming, if potentially the government comes up with some bull crap once again, and they try to scare all the investors and all the people away from the markets because either they want to buy up themselves or their friends want to get into the markets, whatever it is. You have to be ready for these scenarios because, there's never going to be that one last black swan event because there's always going to be something new arriving on scene and something's going to be happening, whether it's to do with the war in Ukraine or whether it's got something to do with the US government. So keep that in mind. I want to say that we're a bit overextended away from the EMAs. As you can see, the gap in between the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA is quite large as well. So I would assume there is some sort of a relief rally coming relatively soon, because usually what this means is that we are going to see a move to the upside, whether it's to print a lower high or print a higher high. Doesn't matter, but we are going to be seeing some sort of a move to the upside. Potentially the 20 EMA here is going to reject us down. So look out for the 20 EMA. If you're looking for a swing trade, you could take some profits there and buy back lower. Or if you're looking to get out of Algorand altogether and you just bought in here at 22 cents and you want to get out, around 24 cents, that's going to be a nice exit for you. Nice take profit. If you're willing to hold a bit longer, I would wait to take some profits at 25.5 cents, which is this yellow resistance trend line. And potentially we could come back all the way up to this previous support block, which is now flipped to resistance, and we may retest that as resistance, because we didn't really do that after we lost it here. We came back down, and now we may be coming up for that back test of resistance, and then we drop even further down. So that's what potentially is happening with Algorand. I would say that buying at these prices is very smart, because, like I said, we are almost at the very, very all-time low here. Well, not nearly at the all-time low, because in March 2020 we dropped below 10 cents. But still, this is relatively low. If you turn off the logarithmic scale, right, you can see that we're pretty low here. As you can see, the same thing that was happening here potentially is happening over here, and we're just about to start the next bull market in a year or a year and a half from here. And I would be very annoyed if I didn't have enough time to buy all of my altcoins. I do want to say that I bought quite a bit of altcoins, and I'm almost ready for the bull market to start. Obviously, you can't buy everything on the markets, but I do have enough as of right now, and hopefully you do as well. Now, jumping into the daily RSI, I do want to show you this chart over here. So this is from the weekly. So let me just switch over to the weekly real quick. So as you can see, we are back in this support, in this falling wedge, I should say, and we're almost coming back down to this support block that we created a couple of months ago in July and in August. So as you can see, if you're back in that support block, that's a very good buying opportunity. Obviously, we did have this fake out over here. Potentially that was looking like a nice breakout from the falling wedge, but no, we came back down into the wedge, and now we're hovering around the resistance. And I think it's very clear that we're going to be retesting the support block once again, if not even coming back down to the support of the falling wedge before having the next move to the upside. So if we see a capitulation, look for the weekly RSI to retest this support trend line, just like we did multiple times in the past 6 months, almost having a touch here in June as well. So if that happens and you see the RSI chilling at this trend line, I say that's even a better opportunity to enter, even better than you have right now. So look at that, and let's switch over to the Binance website. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. So switching over to the weekly on the Binance chart, as you can see, we have a diagonal resistance trend line here that we just retested in November, and we've been retesting it for quite a while now, since November of 2021. Since then, we've had a couple of retests, and we are in this support block right now. You do have the support trend line at 14 cents down below here, which is the lowest that we created in March of 2020. So this would be a perfect buying opportunity in my opinion. So if Algorand goes down as low as 14 cents, I think it's going to be a very stupid decision not buying any at these levels, because as you all know, when everyone's selling, when everyone is being fearful, when everyone is running and selling their Bitcoin at a loss, that's when we are going to be sweeping the lows. That's when we are going to be taking and buying those coins off of them and waiting for the next bull market, because that's what smart money is doing right now. And I think they're doing that for a reason, because they know something's up, right? They wouldn't be doing that because they're dumb or because they're expecting something to happen and they're not sure. So I would say it's fair to say that we're going to have another bull market, and this is just a matter of time. So until that happens, it's going to be boring, it's going to be bearish, but this is the time where you buy, and this is the time where you accumulate to become a millionaire in the next couple of years. And taking a look at the volume is not really looking good for Algorand on the weekly chart. A lot of selling pressure. The MACD is about to print the bearish cross, confirming the downtrend for us. And if that happens, I think that's a good confirmation of the downtrend. The last time that happened was back in November of 2021, and look what happened since then. So I think the MACD is a good indicator to look at, but this is a lagging indicator. Keep in mind, the price action does something, then the indicator follows up. So we just look at this for confirmation, and we've already looked at the RSI. The stochastic on the weekly is absolutely oversold, so this is a perfect opportunity to be buying. If you're looking at the stochastic, look at where we were back in November of 2020 and in April and March of 2020. Both these points were incredible buying opportunities, and look at this. Look how long we've been here. We've been here since January of this year. So I think this just screams at us, buy. You gotta buy me, bro. If you want to make some money, buy at these levels. Now, obviously, not a financial advice, but I do think even if you buy right now and you see another 20% pullback, I don't think that's gonna affect you that much, because if you don't buy here and then you see a 600% move in the next year, then you're going to be a bit sorry, right? So if you are risking to buy now and survive that, horrendous 20% pullback, and then just wait a little bit more until you get that bull market rolling and get those profits rolling in, I think even if it dips, you can just buy a bit more, right? Because you're not a degen, you're not going to buy all in at these prices, you're a smart person. So thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section as well. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.